When I'm stuck between two cards, every time that card comes up when I'm playing in the games, I'll be like, would I have rather had the other card? Like, would it have been better here in this situation, right? Because that's a fair way to evaluate a card, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So every single time that I've passed a silence, I've regretted it. Every single time. And it's one thing when you have three silences, but when you have no silence, oh my god, I cannot tell you how many games I've lost because I didn't pick an owl. And an owl. And I think Earthshock is better than an owl.
I think Earthshock's good. I think Worgen's good too. And I think they're actually fairly close.
I think they're close. You would take Worgen?
Yeah. We also have two buffs. We have a Flame Tongue and a Shattered Sun, which adds to the Worgen's value. And even if it were just like first pick, I'd probably still take Worgen. But like, if our deck kind of looks similar 10 picks from now, then I would probably take Earthshock. But for now, I would take Worgen. I think it works a little bit better with what we have.
Alright, well, I'm going to state that I trash Earthshock. I think it's in the bottom 25% of cards. I take Raging Worgen. I think Owl sucks, Earthshock sucks, the Priest Silence spell sucks, and I think we can agree there.
Yeah.
So you just think Silence of the Mechanic is bad?
It's not bad, but it's not worth a card.
So only Spellbreaker is good, in your opinion, is worth taking.
Yes, and in fact,
That is
Spellbreaker
insane
used
to
to
me.
be like high on my list, and it's been steadily moving down.
I think Silence
Owl
is
used to be on my list also, but now it's like on the bottom 50% of my cards.
Interesting. That's really
In fact,
interesting.
I would go as far to say Owl's on the bottom 25% of my cards.
Wow, that's also interesting.
I actually think Silence is the most powerful effect that you can have.
I agree with that. And that is because every time I've passed it, I've regretted it. And every single time I've passed a silence, I regretted it. And maybe not the pre-zero silence, but
I don't like the pre-zero silence
I don't
because
like
it
that.
doesn't do anything else.
yeah,
But Earthshock's a one-card
does
answer, double
damage.
Scarlet
Usually
Crusader,
does 2
and
damage too.
It often does too.
It can
it
do
removes
2.
one toughness. Like the reason I like Earthshock is because it's silence and damage.
Yep.
So it can just remove one toughness guys.
Yep. Scarlet Crusader and Twilight Drake. Instant kill. Instant value. And often you just need the silence, especially on Shaman. Anyway, I think it was 2 for 1 on Raging Worgen, so oh my gosh, when I play this deck, every time a Worgen comes up, I will think of Earthshock and be sad.
I would say if the same pick came up again, I would probably take the first Earthshock over the second Worgen.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I agreed anyway. So, ooh, this is a toss-up. Do you guys like Forked Lightning better or Rockbiter? I think I would go Forked Lightning because they can often be a 3/3, which I think is very strong.
I love Forked Lightning. I think it's relatively easy to control on a board to the point where it's going to be very good no matter what it hits.
Huh, I would
Rockbiter
actually
is
go.
very good.
Yeah, I would go Rockbiter, but I think the two are on similar power levels.
I think I agree with that. They're similar, but I think Forked Lightning is better. Why do you think Rockbiter is better than Forked Lightning?
Well, if you add up the mana and it's like 3 mana, deal 2 damage to 2 random enemy minions, then it doesn't look quite as good. Now, I understand that oftentimes you have a spell damage totem out, and then it's like 1 mana, and then it's not actually 3 mana also. So, yeah, but the Rockbiter is like a really solid, always good card. The Forked Lightning, you sort of have to finagle it a little. Sometimes it's 2 for 1s and it's really good.
Sometimes it's random.
Yeah.
I agree, but another counter argument is that Shaman don't have that much AoE. I mean, Lightning Storm is a rare? Epic?
Yes, it's a rare.
It's a rare. I don't know, I've played a lot of Shaman. It's my favorite arena class, actually. I think it's more interesting than Mage. And that's my second favorite. Or actually, more interesting than Paladin. I think my favorite classes are Shaman, Paladin, Druid, and then Mage, in that order. To play, I think Mage is probably strongest, so. But anyway, so the problem with Shaman is that if you don't have AoE and you fall behind, it's kind of devastating. And Forked Lightning, it's not perfect AoE, but it is, multiple targets. Anyway, we picked Forked Lightning.
Yeah. I will also say that Flame Tongue Totem I've found in playtesting a bunch is often very similar to Forked Lightning and what kind of effect it has on
The board.
on the board. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I agree.
Which is why I
you know,
like
I
it.
agree. I really like Flametongue. Anyway, Defender Vargas, I think we'll all agree on this. Defender Vargas, one of my favorite cards in Arena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
By far.
Always.
So good.
Yeah. I think we'll all agree on Cult Master.
Easiest. Oh.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, the stream is catching up.
Oh,
Yeah,
my bad.
Cult Masters.
Alvin
good. It's
Archer
worse than
is
Shaman.
fun.
It's worth mentioning that I think Worgen Infiltrator is the best one for neutral, but yeah, Cult Master.
That might be true. I think Abusive Sergeant is very close. Especially in Shaman and Paladin.
I think, especially on Shaman, I would take Alvin Archer over the Worgen.
Wait, why especially in Shaman?
Why on Shaman?
Because you don't have.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean,
Well,
like on Mage Druid Rogue, I'd probably go Worgen.
You know, it's actually sort of not fair because then you can make the argument in those classes, then your reach is 2 damage with your hero ability and Elven Archer.
Yeah. I actually like Archer. Well, do I?
Anyways, Cult Master.
Well, I think both Archer and Worgen are fine as 1-drops.
Yeah, I think they're
See,
fine,
they're-
and it
they're
really
different
depends on your
kinds of
deck, right?
jobs, yeah.
I think that is also an argument.
Yeah.
I really like Archer though, but
well,
that's just
Cult
me.
Master is just miles better.
Of course, of course. No, miles better. Cult Master is like top 5 picks for me. Anyway, I'd pick Yeti here, easily.
Yep.
Or we could take the Wisp. I mean.
I don't know. Like Wisp is free.
Okay, I'm
You
gonna
can-
actually give some
on
real
turn
talk.
one.
I think Wisp might see some
Play.
in Constructed.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
possible.
in Rush decks, right? And in like quest, like, I don't even know what
think
else.
that's
Questing Adventure. I mean, you can make that argument too. I can't see another example where it's good.
Yeah, but
Constructed.
anyways.
Anyway,
I think
Gotcha.
it's fine if you can like pump it, or if you're playing like Divine Favor or something similar.
I think Frost Shock needs a buff.
Probably.
It could do 2 damage and it would be fine. Actually,
Yeah,
it
no, it'd
the
be too
OP.
strong.
would be
Maybe
very good.
maybe
It'd be
two
better than Smite and Arcane Shot.
maybe 2 mana, 2 damage in freeze.
Yeah,
that'd
A weaker Frostbolt. I think that'd be
offer
fair.
for Blizzard Designer.
I don't know. It's just too weak right now. And yeah.
It could be one. Well, no, then it would just be.
Oh no, Darkscale Healer! No! The card that Trump thinks is bad. Anyway, Stormforged Axe, for sure.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
Healer's fine, but Stormforge Axe is very good. So
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing about your definition of fine. You have like fine for like a 40% range, like from 30% to 70%.
But you think it's bottom
But
25%.
here's
Well,
like,
yeah. So
I do have,
healer would fit in for my fine as well because it would fit into like the 30 percentile.
You said 25%.
the fine
Alright, so
cards
that's
are the
just
ones that you always have to keep reevaluating. Like
Yeah.
the fine ones are the ones that can be in like the top 30% or the bottom 30%, depending on the rest of your deck, in my opinion. So like I think Darksteel Healer is fine. I think it's potentially in the top 30% in this
deck because we
but I
have.
think Stormforge Axe is always in the top 30%.
Yep.
So
Okay,
it's
yeah.
not worth considering.
Yep. I agree. Stormforged Axe is more reliable, and it's a cheaper card, and it's a weapon. Sea Giant or Earth Helly? This is kind of interesting. Because Sea Giant, especially in a Shaman deck. Damn, I really like Earth Elemental though. I'm gonna go with Earth Elemental. I think
I
that
like
it's a
Earth
great
Elemental.
card. I think it's OP.
Yeah, Earth Elemental OP. Yeah.
Okay.
I think the mana
Cool.
cost that you're going to spend on them is fairly similar most of the time anyways.
Yeah, and the
Maybe
Taunter
not
is
most
good.
of the time, but like
And you could play this against a lot of classes, really. Like, it's almost always really good versus, like, a warrior. Or...
yeah.
Well, I guess that's the only one. I guess
well,
Paladin?
Warrior Rogue,
Not really
Warrior-
rogue. At 5 mana, if he assassinates it. I don't know. That's something to
Yeah.
keep in mind, correct?
it is best against like Warrior, Paladin.
That's what I think. I can't... Wait, what else?
Druid.
that's it.
I think it's
Maybe
better.
Priest. Oh, Shadow of Death.
and Mind
Druid is
Control.
okay as well. Well, at 5 mana, I mean.
Yeah, I know.
Alright.
I think Earth Elemental is good though.
I think
Sea
it's
Giant
good
I
too.
think is fine.
Ooh, I'd easily pick Fire Elemental. I think that is maybe the best card. Yeah.
Yes, it
I
is.
think,
Okay.
Yeah, I think it and Hex are like the 2 cards you want to see most out of
Yeah.
Shaman deck.
I
So-
agree with that.
Worth
Axe is
mentioning, I would
amazing.
usually take Fire Elemental over Hex.
I would always take Fire
I would
Elemental
most
over
of the time
Hex.
take Fire Elemental over Hex as well.
No, I would almost always take Fire Elemental. Yeah, me too, because I mean,
yeah.
sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to say almost always as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a couple situations when I would take Hex, but most of them involve the rest of my deck.
Yep.
So.
And, I mean, it's why we love Argent Commander, right? We think that's a really strong card. But it's like one less damage on Battlecry. And
But a 6/5 instead of a 4/3.
and it goes through taunters, and it's a 6/4. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous value.
Yep.
Stranglethorn Tiger or Lightning Bolt is really the choice here. Ooh, I don't know. I think, knowing me and how I like to curve things, I would go Lightning Bolt. It's a great removal card. Often can be 4. It's cheap. And already we have... I know we only have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, only 5 cards over 5. But we're only halfway in picking, or 18 cards in picking. I think I would go Lightning Bolt here.
I would go Lightning Bolt. Our minions are very good.
Yep.
And we don't have very many... We have a lot of 3s, but not many 2s. So, like, Lightning Bolt, if they go coin Knife Juggler or something, like, you don't really feel that bad playing it on 1 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Lightning Bolt.
that's not
And
possible.
while we're talking about 2s, I will mention that I'm really sad we didn't pick the Fairy Dragon.
I'm not sad we didn't take the Fairy
Not
Dragon.
that sad.
Are we still not sad?
I'm not sad.
We have no 2-drops right now.
I think you should also
Axe.
stay for the game.
We
If the
have
3 of
Axe,
us played
that's
an
it.
arena together, it'd be hilarious. Our turns would almost always be
Always go to time.
yeah, time,
Let's
but
do
it
this.
would be hilarious.
I
Alright.
would take Lightning Bolt here.
Yeah, I would take Lightning Bolt.
I don't, it's
Mind
that close.
Control Tech is... Sorry, are you... What else?
Oh, I was just saying, I don't think it's that close with the Tiger.
I don't think it's that close in this deck. It depends on the deck, though.
Yeah, I would have to have a lot of removal to want the Tiger.
Or just... Yeah, sorry. Pint-Sized Summoner, Mind Control Tech, or Lava Burst. Here, I would easily take Lava Burst.
I still like the Burst.
Okay, cool. I kind of want Mind Control Tech, but Lava Burst is more reliable.
Yeah, and also we already have a lot of 3s.
Yeah.
Lava Burst is not a 3, but Mind Control Tech is.
Yeah.
Lava Burst is, worst case scenario, a 3. More often, it's like a 6.
I think we will all agree on this pick, because I know both of you quite well. Silverhand Knight.
Yeah.
But if we have 4 totems out and a silenced Flamechunk totem, then we can Bloodlust and trade our board off for 2 minions and then die the next turn.
I agree that Bloodlust is a win more condition, but I think that
Good
it has
sometimes.
more value than just a win more, but not in this
It
deck.
can be very good in, like,
We don't need
a
it
lot
in
of
this deck.
rush decks if you can
Right.
build it in Arena, but
Not
most
even
of the-
just rush decks. I mean, I
I think
think...
some people might have expected more arguing over this, but yeah, I think we're all on the same page with Bloodlust.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think it's
I've tried it enough,
situationally
and
a
I
good
think
pick.
sometimes I'm just like, oh my god, I won when I was so behind because he let my minions live, but like it's very situational like that, and
Yeah, so Bloodlust is in my bottom 25% of cards, just as a
I
trivia
I'd
note.
actually probably agree with that.
I agree with that too, except I do think that it's possible to construct a deck where it can be the number
Right.
1 card that you want to see.
I agree.
there.
But Silverhand Knight is more
Possible,
reliable.
Oh yeah.
Worgen or Fork Lightning, easily Fork Lightning, one thing twice.
Fork Lightning. I love Fork Lightning.
Me too.
Oh, that Worgen. Like, if it was the 3/3 Worgen, then I would have agreed.
You'd rather take the Worgen Infiltrator?
No, I'd still take the Fork Lightning, but I would pick
This
the
is
Worgen.
this is
over the
actually
other.
really interesting for me because I actually at first learned a lot from Trump because he was
I
the
actually
first
kind of
person to
agree
help
with
me
Trump, though.
with this,
I
and
would
then
take Worgen Infiltrator over the Wind Fury Worgen
I would too in this
right now. Like,
Yeah.
right in
with this
situation.
curve. With this curve,
In fact, I'm almost tempted to take Worgen Infiltrator here, just because we have almost nothing that can be played on 1 or 2.
you don't need it if you Fork
that's a minion.
Lightning. It deals 2
Oh,
damage
that's
to
true.
you.
Sort of.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, Fork Lightning does kind of what Worgen Infiltrator does, except it
better.
does it kind of, yeah, it gets you a 2-for-1 in a lot of situations too.
Yeah,
so.
okay.
But it's also 3 mana. But yeah, still
It's 3
often
mana,
worth.
but like
It's still one card though,
on turn 3 after they've gone like turn 2 Bloodfin Raptor, turn 3
and you can also play it with something else. Yes, I agree.
Like,
Oh, I absolutely agree.
or like turn 1 Bloodfin Raptor, turn 2 like some other thing.
hmm
Fork Lightning on 3 and Totem is like very reasonable.
Yeah.
I think easily Gurubashi Berserker here.
Yep.
I'm waiting for it to catch up, but
Sure.
oh yeah, never mind.
Yeah. Totemic Might or Silverback Rapier.